Hello folks, welcome back to Dr. Politica, and my name is Peter Ogutu, here with Code Power and Dissect Kenya. Now, Kenya is burning with protest over the death of Ojwang. Of course, Ojwang died, and ever since Ojwang died, was killed by police, by rogue police, Kenya has never been the same. And the young people, even, Gen Z's, millennial, all of them, they are all, yearning for justice. Because we can't just live in a nation where life ni kama kuku. You just get killed na unasaulika hivyo. Now, there were some crazy scenes witnessed today. And of course, the same scenes were witnessed last week. Before even the protest began, we saw a number of them do this, wakiingia town. And of course, these people were armed and dangerous. And they were goons hired to disrupt, the protest, to make it as if this protest is about looters, to make it as if to make it turn deadly, and indeed it turned deadly because one person was shot, and people saying that he is dead, though not confirmed, but maybe he's dead because when you're shot kwa kichwa, always survive. And my question is, why should people, hire goons to disrupt the protest? Because this maandamano is so genuine, because it's about justice, and justice has to be done. And of course, these people are calling for the arrest of Langat. Why? Because Langat's name has widely been mentioned in this case. In fact, the latest revelation from Mukhwana saying that they received a call from Langat, demanding that they should deal with Ojwang once he arrives in Central Police Station. Remember, Ojwang was arrested in Omabay, akakuwa transported to Nairobi. Something that it's illegal, because when you are arrested, you are supposed to be, unafaa ufungwe within your location, unless the case is so weird. But Ojwang was transported from Omabay to Nairobi. Alifika hivi, akachukuliwa, akaika kwa sela kwa peke yake. Then some inmates were hired, wakaambiwa tandikeni huyu mtu. And remember, the amount Mukhwana, he said that walilipwa just 2,000 Kenyan shillings and some bottle of liquor. I mean, how can life be so cheap? I mean, ulipe 12,000 upige mtu is not making any sense. And now see, these are the things that are making the young people hungry. Gen Z's rising. People know, the Gen Z's now have vowed that they will be protesting every week. And now they are saying Ruto must go. You see, all these things is ending up destroying Ruto. Because now, the last year's call, Ruto must go, has now reignited. And people are saying now, since you can't protect the lives of Kenyans, because when you are sworn in, you vow to protect Kenya and the Constitution. And how do you protect the Constitution? But of course, making justice available to everyone. I'm seeing, Ruto giving 2 million shillings to Ojwang's father, which is a good thing. It's very good. But now, 2 million shillings atakula ishe. Sindio? Atakula ishe. Within a month or so, isimeisha. Because it includes the funeral, preparation. But again, this death of his son will remain in his heart. And I think this whole man should be very careful, because the young people are fighting for justice of his son. Asambia vijana wanyamaze, because justice has to be done. Because now this son will be dead. It's dead now, and very soon people forget this story. What watasahau waende shughuli zingine. So this is the time I think he should demand justice for his son. That's the reality. And of course, he's been calling for the arrest of Langat, because he's adamant that Langat is the person who planned or orchestrated the demise of his son, because he said that the officers that went to his compound are the ones who they told him that your son has defamed our boss, and our boss has sent us here to take your son to Nairobi to arrest him. That's what he said. Now, with the protest and everything, and we are seeing now justice has to be done, because we can't live in a nation whereby people protest every day. Justice has to be done, and of course I am supporting that, that calling from the young people. And again, all this is happening because of the way the government is handling this case. President Ruto, through his CS Murkomen, said that they cannot remove Langat from office, even though Langat somehow stepped aside yesterday. But people believe that if step aside is a way of quelling the mass action, but this guy will be either come back to the service or atatoka zingine, kweli, because we know Ruto knows how to recycle, is people, the people are loyal to him. Yeah, and now the young people are saying the president cannot just remain mum in this issue. He should call for a speedy action, and of course, prosecute Langat, because Kenyans believe that after the revelation yesterday from Mukwana, I believe the main person who orchestrated all this is one Langat, because even Talam, those years are not watu wa mkono. Uje kikiumana wanga kuna people na there were people who are being sacrificed, and now the goons, now the blunder that the government is doing or whoever is doing it. People mentioned Gausho last week in Sakaja, and people are now mentioning Ruto. If indeed they're the ones who are sending the goons to town to disrupt the mass action, then they're doing a miscalculation. Why? Because when they send goons, they're just they're just reigniting the protest, because people will not be fighting back. People will not be organized to face the goons, and of course it will turn chaotic, because you have seen a video where a lady is being ananyang'anywa simu. There's a man who was wrestled down, akanyang'anywa kila kitu. And so this will only make the protest bigger, because now the Gen Zs will now plan how to fight back. Even last year, the same goons were used, and of course, Ruto said that it was Gachagua that metumia goons haribu protest. No. But anyway, that's what's happening. Now, I want to tell me in the comment section, do you believe it is right for goons to be used to disrupt the protest? Do you think it is right? Because I believe it is in the constitution that picketing is legal, and people should go out there when they feel that they have been offended or the right things are being done. Clearly. So, each in the comment section, tell me, you believe this protest will amount to the prosecution of one Langat? Do you think it will just disappear the same way the last year's protest disappeared after Raila Raila and Ruto shook hands, and of course they diverted attentions from the protest to now the ball-based government? Do you think the same thing will happen? And what do you think will happen? Because the only thing that should happen now is Ruto to address this matter, because we can't live this way. Subscribe and of course comment there. Tell me,